Found a Bible in a ditch, pages burned. Spine-torn red dirt on the leather, like it knew what I'd done. Whiskey stain on my collar, gun all on my hand, your name in the margin written over old commands. These are my outlaw songs, muttered under shaking breath. Prayers for the ones I lost, wagers I place with death. If there's a mercy left for the wolves and the weary damned, let it fall, let it fall on a broken, unholy man. Every mile writes another verse on the windshield ground. Buzzards circle my shadow, keeping patient time. I drag your ghost in the rear view like a busted star. Ever forgive me, Father, just dissolves in time. If you're still listening to rusted hearts and drifting sun, I ain't asking for heaven, just silence when the sirens come. If you're still listening to rusted hearts and drifting songs, I ain't asking for heaven, just silence when the sirens come. Found your Bible in a box with my booze, dust on the leather like I knew I'd lose. Ash in my coffee, name on my breath, your goodbye letter folded like a thread. Hollow redemption ain't saving me tonight. I'm praying to the bottle kind of light. I keep begging these ghosts to give your love back somehow. Hollow redemption is all I'm holding now. Oh, cross on the dashboard, cracked and chipped, same as the promise I let slip. Motel curtain won't meet in the middle. Moon cuts through like a cold steel fiddle. If I kneel on this floor till my bones turn black, would it buy me a moment or your shadow back? 'Cause every sin I carry wears your face, and every worn out prayer dies in this place. Oh, just us and the dust. One bare bulb over my head. Your picture's curled on the dashboard, like it's trying to climb out the dead. This is my last confession. Lay it down here on the floor. If there's a God still counting, He knows what I'm sorry for. I loved you like a loaded weapon, never learned to set it down. This is my last confession before this bottle drags me out of town. That ring still sleeps in my pocket, cold as the words that I chose. I watched your tail light shiver in the frost on the windows. I keep setting one more place at the table, talking to a ghost in your chair. If forgiveness is something I'm able, I'll start by speaking it into the air. This is my last confession. Lay it down here on the floor. sorry for. Wind chimes on the back porch, ain't moved in a year. Coffee cup is stained dark, right where you left it here. Your boots by the doorway, dust on every seam. I talk to the shadow, you answer in a dream. Silent gallows hanging in my chest, every word we never said swinging in the west. Silent gallows creaking when I breathe. Love died quiet in this house, but it never left me. Your dress in the closet smells like summer rain. Polaroids are curling at the corners of your name. I drive past the churchyard, headlights on your stone. Radio is turned down so I can hear you go. Silent gallows hanging in my chest, every word we never said swinging in the west. Silent gallows creaking when I breathe. Love died quiet in this house, but it never left me. If guilt had a timbre, it'd sound like this floor. Every step I didn't take to keep you from that door. If ghosts had a heartbeat, it'd pound like my own, tied to this old farmhouse like a rope to a bone. Blackened Road, dust on my tongue, your name in a review, cut from my lungs. Late September, cold in my hands. Half a tank, half a heart, half of a man. Your porch light shrinking in the cracked side glass, ash on my jacket, smoke in the past. Blackened road, you keep taking what I can't let go. Every mile burns another old ghost, headlights carving out a crooked home on this blackened road, this blackened road. Old church leaning, cross turned gray, gravel kicks up like the words I couldn't say. Radio's bleeding, some forgotten hymn. I turn it down low, hear your voice cut in. If I turn back now, would the door still stick? Would your bare feet find my boots on the brick? Or am I just a shadow in your kitchen light, a name you only taste when a bourbon bites? As a road, mile marker faded, wind talks through the barbed wire frame. Your name in the rear view, waving like smoke that forgot it was flame. Ash road, it all burned down slow. Every goodbye in the gravel below. I still taste you in the dust I breathe. Ash road took the best of me. Gas gauge leaning on empty, coffee gone cold in my hand. Your ghost in the passenger mirror, lipstick print on a paper cup band. Pulled over where the blacktop crashed, left the engine till it fades away. Almost went through the chapel door, name on the stone I can't ignore. Your Sunday dress still hanging by the bed, coffee cup ring where your hand was rested, dust on the Bible open on that same verse. Blessed are the broken, guess I'm the worst. Ashes in a southern prayer, falling on my shaking hands, smoke in the stained glass air, rising where I tried to stand. Every hallelujah hurts, every whisper finds you there. I'm choking on your name and dirt, ashes in a southern prayer. That old pine box lowered through my stair, red clay mud on my Sunday wear. The preacher said let go, but he didn't see your eyes in the rear view mirror. Every time I drive, I trace your name on a fogged up rear view. Mouth those vows like I'm still beside you. If heaven hears these cracked up words I bear, take what's left of me with these ashes in a southern prayer. Gravel road, high beams fade, dust prayers at midnight. I still say your name empty seat, coffee gone cold, your jacket on the dash like a folded ghost. Dust prayers at midnight, whispered in the rearview glass, calling out your first name like it might call you back. If heaven has a back road, I drive it in my dreams each night, burning through the silence on these dust prayers at midnight. Your boots by the back door still turned in, like you'll stumble through, swearing it's 3 a.m. Town moved on, changed the bar's old sign, but your song's on that jukebox in my mind. I circle that wreck on the map in my head, one slow mile marker I can't forget. Every star looks like your porch light, flickering, flickering, then gone from sight. Dust prayers at midnight, dust prayers at midnight. First touch was dust, second was blood. You were leaning by the back door, name tag hanging from your shirt, ashes on your coffee cup, old band tattoo half hidden in the dirt. You said, everybody leaves me, like it was just the weather. Pulled your jacket around your shoulders, like you've done this forever. Dust and blood, that's all we ever were, my love. Two cracked lips sharing the same cut. You held my shaking hands like you'd been there once. Dust on our boots, blood on our tongues. Cheap room by the highway, ice bucket full of milk, Bible in the drawer, unread, untouched on the shelf. You trace the scars along my knuckles, ask, who taught you to swing? I said, a father and a bottle. You said, I know that sting. I still see you in the mirror, top lip split from one more fight. laughing through the red, saying, baby, we'll be alright. But we were born in broken houses, fed on rust and gasoline. What chance did we ever have of walking out clean? First touch was dust, second was blood. Last thing it left on my tongue was your name in the flood. Your name's still carved in that post by the gate. Wind leans on like it carries your weight. I still park my truck where your taillights used to fade. Talk to the dark like it's you I'm trying to save. I've been digging whiskey graves, pouring bottles in the ground, burying every vow we made where the dirt don't make a sound. If I plan enough of this pain, will you rise up from the past I paid? Till you do, I'll spend my days knee deep in whiskey graves. Your Bible's open on the bed where you pray. Page corners curled on the verse you underlined in red. I keep reading it wrong through the blur and the shake. You ask God for mercy, I just asked him for your face. Bartender says, son, that hole won't ever fill. I'll just not tip back another. Let it burn, let it spill. Cause I don't want the lesson, I just want my yesterday. So I'll keep shoveling shadows on this worn out piece of clay. my tongue, Sunday shoes in the mud, cross on the hill, but it's covered in rust. You said the river washes every stain. I walked in trembling, came out the same. Bible on the dashboard, names carved in the pew. Preacher's voice trembled, but I still thought of you. There's no salvation for a heart like mine. I keep praying to an empty sky. If there's forgiveness, it won't cross this state line. There's no salvation for a heart like mine. Your dress on the clothesline still dances in the wind. Coffee cup on the counter, lipstick on the rim. I drink that cold silence till it burns going down. Every mile of memory, every church a ghost town. Grace is out there, it missed this road. All I've got is your ring and this 3-chord hope. I sing it soft, I sing it slow, but you don't answer, and God don't show. Almost my fingers, dirt in my teeth, your name on my tongue, like a rusted belief. Empty pews in my attic, old hymn books turn to mold. Drink from your chipped coffee cup just to taste something old. Your boots by the back door still lean like they might move. I talk to them at midnight, ask what I'm supposed to prove. This is my rust prayer, murmur to a sky gone blind. Bend nails, brown water, every word stains my mind. If you still hear me, darling, through the static of the rain out there, I'm on my knees. I'd trace your name in the window fall, then wipe out the past. Moonlight on the kitchen knife catches every small regret. I set it down beside your plate like you ain't gone yet. I don't light candles, I don't quote any song, I just count the stains on the ceiling and the bones in my palm. If there's a heaven for the broken who never learned how to leave, let it be this fallen farmhouse, let it be this belief. That southern shadow sits on my shoulder. Been there since my daddy drove off that night. Name on the sign says, "Welcome, soldier." Graveyard wind says, "You ain't done it right." Porch light busted, bottle in the driveway, mud on my boots from the old bayou road. Radio preacher talking about grace. I got a glove box full of things I never told. Southern shadow, follow me, follow me home from the tin roof rain to the red dirt, marrow and bone. I keep running these back road circles, but you lie down wherever I go. Southern shadow, only friend I ever let know. Ashtray full of August, I can't remember. One cracked frame of a woman in white. Her mascara bled like the Brazos-San flood when I chose my pride in a bar override. Mama says hearts don't break, they rust, slow like a truck left out in the field. I still see blue lights in the rearview glass every time I think the road might heal. If I cross that county line, will you cross it to sit in the passenger seat like a Sunday truth? Or will you climb in the bed with the tools and chains, riding low with the sins I never could name? follow me home from the tin roof of rain to the red dirt, marrow and bone. 6 miles past redemption, there's a rusted out sign, half gone, shot clean through by someone who never made it home. My headlights cut through nothing, just a drunk old ribbon of road. Your name on my tongue like bourbon, burning quiet and cold. 6 miles past redemption, I keep driving like it ain't there, like I can't outrun confession in this broken leather chair. If you were waiting at that exit, I still miss it out of pride. 6 miles past redemption, I just pass it every time. Your Bible's in the glove box, pages curled from a motel rain. There's a ring in the ashtray, I keep turning with my veins. Radio's a low ghost humming, some cheap hymn out of tune. I kill it, hear my heartbeat like a hammer in this tune. There's a gas pump, one lone window, where we argue till it closed. I see us in the glass now, 2 strangers I once chose. I could turn around this second, hit the brakes, let go the fight. But the farther I get from mercy, the more it looks like life. on a Monday, coffee gone cold, rain in the hallway, your boots still lean by the back door mat, dust on the laces, I keep staring at that clock on the wall, won't look me in the eye. Every slow second feels like a lie. Cold mercy, you could've hated me clean, slammed that screen, burned this place, left nothing in between, but you kissed my cheek, said you did your best, baby. That kind of gentle killing's gonna be the end of me. Cold mercy, you blessed me as you left. I'd rather you took a match than leave me with what's left. Your note on the table, 2 crooked lines. My heart's gone quiet, been gone for some time. I trace each letter like a roadside cross, holding that paper like it's all I've lost. And neighbors keep asking if I'm doing alright. I say I'm just tired, I don't mention the night you turned off the lamp and not the love in your eyes, saying you'll be okay while something in me died. If you screamed, if you cursed my name, I could hang my hurt on a little blame. But you walked out soft like a Sunday hymn. Now every kind word cuts deeper than sin. You were shaking in black when they threw down that earth. Every handful hit hard, like it landed on my chest. Your picture on the pine tilted, catching that churchyard sun. Wind kept folding my coat like it wanted me gone. Your sister gripped my arm, said he knew you did what you could. I just stared at your name, cut sharp in that stone, like it should. Grave dust still on my boots, I can taste it on my tongue every time I speak the truth. Grave dust sleeping in the seams of this hand-me-down suit, of these busted up dreams. I keep walking, but it follows every mile, every rusted bus. I'm breathing you still smell like smoke from the last fight we ever had. Ash rings on the table, coffee gone cold, going bad. Your jacket on the chair, sleeve reaching out like a tired arm. I sit in your old spot, let the silence do me harm. If I turned back that night, if I'd held you too tight, if I'd begged you to stay, would you still have slipped away? Now every road sign, every bar light, every late night tide bus feels like you brushing past me. In the grave dust, grave dust still on my boots. I can taste it on my tongue every time I speak the truth. Grave dust sleeping in the seams of this hand-me-down suit, of these busted up babes. Cold coffee on the counter, your note still in my hand. One porch light burning amber, I can't remember who I am. Truck keys on the table, boots by the back door, jacket on that same old chair. You don't live here anymore. Ashtray full of half-truths, phone face down, gone dead. Every room's a photograph, I walk through them in my head. I'm a midnight exile, banished from the life we almost had, haunting these back roads like a stray dream gone bad. You're a ghost in my rear view, I'm the curse in my own eyes. Yeah, I'm living in this house like a border town, stuck on the wrong side of goodbye. Mail piled on the counter, names I don't say out loud. I talk to your old coffee cup just to hear a voice somehow. Radio hum some love song, feel it halfway through. Can't stand another chorus that don't belong to me and you. If leaving was salvation, why does it feel like I'm the one who died? If distance is redemption, why are you still sleeping on my side? I'm a midnight exile, banished from the life we almost had, haunting these back roads like a stray dream gone bad. You're a ghost in my rear view, I'm the curse in my own eyes. Yeah, I'm living in this house like a border town stuck on the wrong side of goodbye. That old oak door still spells my sin. Moon on the mailbox, dust on my boots, gravel in my goodbyes, blood in these roots. Your name on the window, faded in the rain. My shadow walks beside me, but it don't feel the same. Devil's shadow knows my name, follows every step I take. Breath on my shoulder, hand on my face. You forgave the man, but the dark still waits. Devil's shadow knows my name. Cold coffee on the counter, Bible on a chair, pages bent to mercy, but it stops right there. You said I could come back if I ever changed. I turned that truck around, but the road's rearranged. Devil's shadow knows my name, follows every step I take. Breath on my shoulder, hand on my face. You forgave the man, but the dark still waits. Oh, I leave the porch light burning like a fragile little prayer, but it only draws the moths and the memories hanging there. I whisper, Lord, I'm sorry, into empty fields of grain. Something whispers back, son, you know my taste in pain. Devil's shadow knows my name. Gravel road under my boots, moonlight like a busted lantern, your name carved into my thumb, still bleeding through the bandage. Old church leaning in the dark, cross crooked as my halo. Wind hums that same old hymn I swore I'd stop remembering. Midnight gallows swinging in my chest, every sin I ever loved hanging by a thread. You were my pardon, signed and never read. Midnight gallows, I'm the rope around my neck, bottle rolling on the dash, cheap fire in my veins. Your seat's an empty jury box, I'm confessing to the rain. Headlights paint your silhouette on every broken fence post I reach, but it's just dust and the echo of your almost. Midnight gallows swinging in my chest, every sin I ever loved hanging by a thread. You were my pardon, signed and never read. Midnight gallows, and the rope around my neck. If I turned back at the river, if I'd lay down all my pride, would you be here in this truck bed, counting every starless sky? Now every road runs to that night where your tail lights disappeared, and I've been walking to that scaffold for 100 wasted years. Black boots on the dashboard, mud dried like old blood. Your note on the sun visor, folded like a white flag. 2 lanes run forever, but the radio gave out last time. Ashtray full of almost, pictures face down. My hands shake on the wheel, same hands that let you go. Every mile a quiet verdict on a crime you'll never know. Black boots, no way home, left the house, lost the road. All these lines, all this smoke, but there's black boots and no way home. Black boots, no way home. Your coat in the backseat, sleeve caught on the safety belt. I reach like you're still breathing, grab nothing but warm felt. Motel signs keep flickering, red letters that just say leave. I pass them like confessionals, too stubborn to believe. I could turn around right now, say your name, say I was wrong, but pride's a rusted barrel and I keep pushing on. Headlights carve a canyon through a field of winter bone. The farther that I drive from you, the less this feels like my own.